Before we get started, we actually have a few housekeeping items. There's a chat box available to you if you have any questions throughout the webinar. There will be a Q&A session at the end of the webinar for us to go over any of these questions. Feel free to type anything in there that pops up during the presentation. We'll also be recording this webinar for future viewing, and all attendees will receive a copy of the recording. Without further ado, I will now pass you on to Colt Pearson.
Hello, everybody. This is Colt Pearson here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Just want to get into a little bit about Locust just to start. So Locust is the most interactive and effective way to display and administer your online events and classes content. At Locust, we help organizations connect with their customers through creative, engaging, and focused events-based communications to build their brands and their loyalty. Our goal is to make your events and classes as visible as possible while developing your brand recognition at the same time. We're doing this by turning your classes and events calendar into an interactive marketing tool that matches the look and the feel of your website. So let's kind of get into a little bit about, why events are important as a strategy. So events are one of the most influential ways to engage your audience. They're experiences that people go to and people remember. And when you give somebody an experience, it's a great memorable opportunity for them to associate themselves with your brand. Events are also really interactive. They're a great social experience as well. So as my buddy Ron Burgundy here says, events are kind of a big deal. So for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to kind of go in through and talk a little bit about the benefit that events can offer you. So here we have a chart by the Content Marketing Institute that displays some very good information here. It displays a bunch of digital marketing tactics that a lot of marketers. So we have a chart here for B2C and B2C users alike. And what they both have determined is that in-person events are one of the most effective ways to market your brand. So I know a lot of you are probably already having events, but is it really at the top of your priority list right now? So having events is brand awareness. So growing your brand is the best way for your target audience to immediately recognize you for the services that you provide. Brand awareness is a great way to engage the community. We all know that engaging the community is, key to brand awareness. So people remember events and your brand. So for example here, this is the Artscape Festival in Baltimore. It's put on by the Maryland Institute College of Art. So it used to be just, a small little street festival with a couple vendors, maybe a live performance. And it's turned into America's largest free arts festival. And so everybody in Baltimore knows the Maryland Institute College of Arts. It's an awesome festival that's grown into, this mammoth beast of an event. Another great benefit of events is they're great for generating leads. So leads are different to every sort of organization, whether a lead is a new student or a new patient at the hospital or a new visitor to your town. Events are great places to generate leads. People come to an event, you can capture any sort of information from them, do promotions, do contests. Great place to get face-to-face with these leads. Events are also great to engage with prospects and current customers. They're great to get yourself in front of new business opportunities, but also it gives you the opportunity to give your current customers a great experience. Helping with training business and building relationships. They're great for personal face-to-face brand recognition. Another great opportunity and benefit of events is that you can educate your attendees. So events come in all shapes and sizes. Classes, webinars, and seminars are great ways to educate people that are coming to your events. And when people do this, they're coming but they're leaving with knowledge, which is extremely valuable to them. And this knowledge is relatable to your organization. Another fantastic benefit of events is creates network opportunities. Great way to bring people together. It's not every day that people can get together face-to-face with others for a similar cause. It's also a great way to meet new people. And also, network opportunities are one of the main reasons people attend conferences and seminars. So to kind of boost out of these, so everyone's trying to do more with less. Everyone's trying to, get the largest impact out of their budget. And using events content will allow you to get the biggest bang for your buck. So content marketing, using events as content marketing. Content marketing focuses on using events to drive your target audience to action, such as returning to your website or showing up to an event. So here we have the most interesting man in the world decided to pop in today. Events essentially are content marketing. So we talk to marketers every day, and a lot of them have editorial calendars that they use to plan to push out their content. And people don't need content is something that they should be adding to this editorial calendar. So posting different posts to promote events is a fantastic way and a fantastic thing to add to your calendar. So it's just like any other content, but it's event related. So social media is a great way to do this. To finish with an event, social media should be in place. And it's essentially free advertising. Getting in front of people before the event, during the event, and after the event is very important. So make it part of your plan and not just an afterthought. So we're going to go kind of through some good examples of social media and how it's relatable to events. So obviously, we all know about Facebook. And the thing that comes here is you really want to be able to connect Facebook with your online events calendar to bridge the gap between the two, to drive that traffic back to your website rather than just have people sit on Facebook page. So this is a great way to promote your events, obviously, but let's link the gap the two and get people to your web page to find out about different events and different ways to interact with your brand. That being said, Twitter, at the same time, is a fantastic way to interact with people, especially during an event. So creating a Twitter feed, it's a great way to engage people during an event. It allows you to have all your content in one place, and it allows you to have everything that's being said about the event right there. So creating a Twitter hashtag for an event. So, for example, a sports team. You can always, hashtag to a sports team, and it's going to go to their Twitter page. Or, for example, Dreamforce. Everybody that goes to that conference hashtags, Dreamforce, and all their content is right there. So it keeps people engaged, and it keeps people connected, which is the key here. Seeing where people are and allowing them to see, oh, my friend's at this event. Hey, maybe I want to go to this too. Great way to keep people engaged. Also, providing social sharing buttons on events pages. Link individual events to social media to share these events, spread awareness, and keep people engaged. This is also more free advertising. So use your prospects to spread the word events. Strategy that we're all is search engine optimization. Everybody's fighting for the space at the top of the search engines. SEO is extremely important. Using your events content is a great way to increase your SEO. So people used to just pages. Index pages alone won't earn you better SEO rankings. You need to have pages that can earn search results. Event pages generate a lot of traffic and can be highly ranked. Going hand in hand with SEO is backlinks as well. So backlinks are inbound links from other websites. Backlinks are a powerful way to earn traffic from other websites as well. The more backlinks you have, the better. The more places that people can get to your site, the further that your site offers valuable information, the more backlinks that you have. And then another fantastic strategy, kind of going back to the social media idea. Social media and SEO, those two guys, they're best friends. Search engines are increasingly taking social data into account when displaying search results. Links that friends have shared on social networks see more success in user searches. So, for example, when you go to search for an organization, what really comes up first? You'll probably see their Facebook page and their Twitter page. So SEO loves social media. Kind of continue with this theme as well. Keeping your content fresh. Keep putting out good content. Frequently updated content makes your page worth displaying. And with events content, this is extremely easy because events are consistently having it. New content will be easily achieved through basic day-to-day updates of organization. So moving on to another strategy here, email marketing. So research has shown 58% of people indicated that they'd like to find out about events through emails. So why aren't you should be taking advantage of this, obviously. Email marketing, it's relevant content that people want to find. It's one of the best ways to communicate with your audience. So it's just about keeping people engaged and keeping people informed and having that information in front of them, because we all know that people are extremely busy. People forget about things all the time. So remind people they're going to be going to this event. Remind somebody, if the time or the place has changed, so they keep engaged with your event so they're not showing up to something that's obviously not taking place. But for best practices, the day before an event and the day of an event, it's a great way to engage with people. And then also, following up after that event's taking place, also extremely important. Follow up after an event through email is a great way. So you can always say, thank you for coming to this event. We really appreciated your attendance. Or, sorry we missed you. That's also a great email to send. And then talk about future events that are coming up. Or, just a simple come back. We have some more great events happening. So it really goes along with that whole theme of the and then mobile. Everybody's always on their phones and their tablets these days, and there's no way getting around it. So you have to be mobile with this content, or you're going to miss out on huge engagement opportunities. So 70% of mobile searches lead to action on websites within 1 hour. So you want to be found. You can check event details while you're on your way to your headed event. Find events that are nearby to you. So it's just about keeping people engaged everywhere they are. And then visual marketing, putting that picture on there, putting that video on there. A 2011 study from Skyward found that articles with images had 94% more page views than articles without images. So adding an image can almost double your page views, and that goes hand in hand with videos as well. So by 2017, videos will account for 96% of all consumer internet traffic, and that's according to Cisco. So some other great ways or some examples of pictures or videos you can put on. Put some sort of event collateral, a picture of the event, a picture of the location, put a photo of the speaker, something like that, just to engage people so they get a visual of what's about to take place. And this is obviously just making it more attractive. Great idea to touch on is community engagement, which is extremely important and goes hand in hand with brand recognition. So no matter what vertical you're in or whatever type of organization you are, engaging your audience is key to growth. Your website events calendar keeps your community informed and keeps them coming back to your website for information about the next awesome event. So a great way to build this community engagement is letting users submit events. One key way to engage your community, is letting them submit events. It's a fantastic time saver. And it gives the audience a sense of importance as well. So they're playing a role with the calendar, and they're playing a role with what's happening. And this also allows you to find out about events that you wouldn't otherwise know about. So it's also a great way to gather up some more content to push out to audience and other people in the community. And this helps obviously build relationships with your audience. Another great way to do this and to allow people to engage on that next level is allow people to comment and write reviews about events that have taken place. You know, what did people think? People love to voice their opinion, and it's a great way to have them interact with the calendar, and it's a great way for you as the marketer to gather information about what people thought. Another great strategy is to have, events that are trending. So having data to show you which events will be more popular can be a huge help for your marketing efforts. So choose to make already popular events more popular by promoting them heavily, or switch it up. Draw attention to a less popular event. Make sure you fill those seats. That idea of the before, during, and after concept. Keep pushing out that good content. So posting the event to a blog post is a great way. So a lot of people, don't really have that much stuff they want to put on a blog. So an event detail or an event that's coming up, that's a great item to push out onto your blog. So generating buzz about an event, and this is during the event. So you obviously have to stand out, and you want to stand out. You want people to be able to remember you. And there's, a few ways to do this. So give away tchotchkes with your URL on them, so people always have something that they can relate to and they can look back on, and your URL is going to be right there in front of them. Or, create a contest to engage your audience in that way. Also, want to be able to generate buzz after the event. You want people to keep coming back. That re-engagement factor is crucial. So maybe after the event, repost that blog post, all of the event comments and all of the event pictures on them to let people engage in that way. The old event content on your webpage. It's great for SEO purposes, and it can't hurt you at all. So people can go back, see events that have taken place in the past. They can interact with your site on that level, look at other comments, look at other reviews, see what's happened in the past. Fantastic way to keep engaging people. And at the end of the day, you want to be able to see what's successful. You want to be able to analyze all the information that's taken place, see any sort of analytics that have taken place, be able to judge your ROI. So you want to be able to measure the success of your events and remind attendees about future events that are taking place. And it's also a great way to justify your events to your superiors. So at the end of the day, you'll know what events have worked and what haven't, and so you can just repeat that process.
All right. Thank you, Cole, for that presentation. We appreciate it. Now we're going to get into some questions that we have here. It looks like we have a few questions that we'll go ahead and answer for you here. First question, when is the best time to ask for feedback on events? Well, in our experience, sending your audience a follow-up email the day after the event is the best way to not just receive a higher number of responses, but to also receive higher quality feedback, as the event will be fresh in their minds. Okay? Let's see. Next question. In reference to social media integration, why not just post directly to Facebook? It's a good question. So Facebook isn't really built specifically for event promotion and sharing, which means that when you put your events up there, if you were just to post them directly there, it'll be among everything else from personal updates to YouTube videos. And having a platform dedicated specifically to events will actually ensure that your events, as well as their details and the ticket information and schedule, aren't lost in all that noise. Okay, and it looks like we have one other question here. What if I don't have any content on an event to update for SEO? That's an excellent question, and that's actually way okay. Great tip that we've discovered is that if there's a flyer or program associated with the event, then don't hold back from including any and all instead of just attaching the flyer. The more details and keywords you can kind of include directly on the page will help it be indexed a little bit better with Google, and of course the more keywords directly on that page, the better. Okay? Just waiting to see if there's any more questions here. Doesn't look like there are going to be any more. Everybody for their time today. I want to thank Colt for the presentation. As a quick plug here, you can follow us on Twitter with the Twitter handle @Localist. Also, if you come up with any questions right after you do, as I'm sure many of us have, as soon as we're done with this, a question will pop into our head about anything. Feel free to reach out. You have the email address for myself as well as Colt on here. And again, I'd like to thank everybody for their time today. Thank you so very much, and have a great day.